Welcome, ladies and gents, to Build Exclusively with Antonio T. Smith Jr. Glad to have each and every one of you on. Happy Thursday to everyone. All right, it's Thursday where anything can happen. Special things happen on Thursdays. We don't know why, they just do. No, without further ado, I'm about to get out of the way of greatness and hand it over to the man, the myth, the legend, the founder and CEO of Density 6, RhinoLeg, and all things greatness. Okay, all things billionaire, the innovative creator from G-Town, Galveston, Texas, millionaire and billionaire maker, Mr. Antonio T. Smith Jr.
All right, Grand Rising. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you being here. And everything is going swimmingly. RhinoLeg is looking good. Testing everything. It's passing all those tests. All things are well. Got a lot of behind the scenes work that I'm going to have Grace and Deanna and myself share with you today. Adonia is probably going to love this call. She probably has a meeting, but if anybody is going to love this call, it will be Adonia, because I'm sure she's been preaching these things for years.
How you always in my business. I really do have a meeting and will have to pop off at 7 o'clock. So I got or for me it's 7, so I have an hour. So I apologize. At least 3 times a month I have an early morning meeting.
That's the way it works, you know. You got to bring in Superwoman to get things done. Monica knows, because they bring her in, you know, and say, Monica, we need you to fly to Australia real quick. We need your help. We need your help. We can't do it by ourselves, you know. Yes, she understands. She understands. She knows the struggle. She knows the struggle. There you go. Make sure I am invited to the wedding, Monica. Tequila on me.
Yay.
Yes. I want to cut up as the wedding.
You're invited.
Thank you so much. I want to be your gay straight friend or a straight gay friend. One of them. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to work it out. I want to work it out. Grace, today is, okay. It's a lot, so I need to condense it. Let's see. How do I condense what I had y'all do for me? Hiring. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to get the professional words on and put Antonio words in. Right? I was trying to look professional word because it's too smart. It's not really been done too many times before. So I don't have any professional examples. So we're gonna go with building genius profiles and hiring people to fit them. All right, but using AI to build genius profiles and hiring people to fit them. You got to put them. Adjectival concord. You have to match the plural with the plural. All right, there you go. Okay. Repeat that back to me.
That was good. Okay, that was good. Using AI to build genius profiles and hiring people to fit them.
All right, then. There you go. So here, I've been going through a hiring process, and I've been really, really strategic about it, to the point where I'm going to need see how close is Deanna to her destination. I'll explain, but I want them to. Okay. So, well, Deanna, you're going to do it over the phone. I forgot that she was doing an extra 40 minutes out the way. I forgot. Okay. Can you hear me, Deanna?
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's start with you first then, since I want you to be safe. Just give us a free thoughts. You don't have to teach. Just say whatever your empathetic self wants to say, and whatever you say, it will set me up to do the rest. Like, what did you learn? Let's start there. Let me give you a little starting point. What did you learn about it and how I think, and then go from there.
About your hiring process?
the 50 jobs, everything that we literally done for the 48 hours that I'm literally talking about that for some reason you're not connecting the dots with. The only thing
No,
we've
I
done.
just connected to that.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. The thing that I've learned the most is you always hear people saying don't hire family as an entrepreneur, and I understood that. So what I learned is you don't hire based on a person, you hire based on the characteristics of that position, and you use those characteristics that when you're interviewing people, like you can use ChatGPT to create specific interview questions based on that position alone. So when you're asking these questions, these questions match up with this position. So if this person doesn't get a certain level as far as scoring goes out of these 25 questions, then you know that person's not for the position. If we never think about the characteristics of the person that needs to be in a position. We just always think about the person. Like we don't, if that makes sense, like we don't separate out. Okay, the CEO needs to be a person who makes decisions quickly, innovator, firm in their decisions, can, control a crowd, things like that. Well, if I'm hiring based on because I like a person, that person could be like me, and we never get any work done. But if I hire someone based on those characteristics, I'm hiring someone like Antonio for the position because I know he'll get the job done. And I also learned that in doing this, if you don't fit the characteristics of a CEO, then you should hire someone who fits the characteristics of a CEO so you know your company will be successful. It helps you with non-discriminatory hiring, if that makes sense.
It does, and I want to go into a lot of detail for it. Thank you. You can mute up and be safe, please. You can mute up and be safe. Grace, your turn, and then I'll explain the rest. What did you learn? What did you learn from me? Right now, I mean, they're hearing this, they're not really connecting any dots. I'm doing this I'm using out a later foundation. Mm-hmm. What did you learn, or what did you see? Blah blah blah.
And learning and seeing what we did and what you did, with how you set the vision for RhinoLeg, how the culture you want to be in RhinoLeg, and the positions that the potential positions that can be in RhinoLeg that we got. I always know that since being a part of you and your company, you always want to put the right people, of course, the right people in the right seat on the bus. You've always said that. I want to put you in the right seat on the bus. You all, like when we first started and you put me, Deanna, and Tempest, we was all sales. But then when you saw the results, okay, D and Tempest didn't like that. They're not in the right seat. They don't like that. But I did. And you was like, okay, I got you in your right seat. Now I need to find out where Deanna and Tempest need to be. And you've always done that because you want to make sure, hey, we can't be effective and efficient if you're not on the right seat. And D is correct. You've always taught, hey, family, hey, if you want to support, great, but the hiring, but based on what I saw, how you talked to Carlos, how you talked to ChatGPT, and what you were wanting for positions for your company, it was astounding. It was amazing. I was like, wow, okay, he really knows what he wants for the company. And these positions, now that they're here, anytime we interview someone and ask certain questions, we now have a blueprint based on character trait, job description, and personality type. Because Dee was sitting on the head. Hey, me, if you interview me, you are not looking at the CEO position. When I'm talking to you, when I'm giving you answers, you are not looking at the CEO position. Okay. I will tell you after that. Yeah, because when you, hey, how are you with leadership skills? Well, I like being on a team. That right there lets you know, hey, okay, she don't like leading like that. Okay, the CEO, nope, not that one. So, but and the those 50 50 job titles with what you sent to me and Deanna yesterday. I don't want to. I don't know if you want us to tell
Yeah,
what it is.
I'll break some of it down. I
Yeah,
know I'll
but-
give away.
But
I'll give away.
that's really that is a really good. I really believe that if more companies do what you gave us yesterday and have that type of interview process, man, they will. Every once in a while you'll hit a sub like, man, I really thought you were here, but that's okay. But
I think
9
I'll
times
give
out
that
of
away.
10,
I think I'll give
9
away what you're talking about. Yeah.
9 times out of 10, they will put the right people. They will put the right people in the right seat on the bus.
Yeah, I think I'll give away because that's for me. That's general. For me, that's not. Yeah, I'll remind me because so let's lay out a little blueprint for me, Grace. So I remember.
Can I add just like 10 cents to this conversation?
You're gonna add way more than that because this conversation will be all up in your alley. Go ahead, though.
Here's the other missing piece that's not always easy to get. That beautiful resume and all your credentials and stuff is great and groovy, but that's not necessarily going to tell you that's the person for the job. It goes also to values. It also goes to, there's a lot of different programs out there. I'm not selling any of them that are will go into how they think, what motivates them, what moves them. That's important to have an idea too. And it's not easy to find that out, especially on a resume, even conversing with them. Because once you do that, then you can figure out based on that, are they somebody that is an initiator and they do things on their own, or there's somebody that needs to be guided. You need to know that because it'll help you not only position them, but it helps you. And I'm not going to use the word because I hate the word manage. People don't like to be managed, but it helps you work with that person to get them to be the best they can be in the role that they have. It has a lot to do with their style, their personality, how they receive, how they learn. And there are tests, or I call them assessments, that you can give them, like a disc, but I'm not going to specifically say that one. It's where you can get personality styles that will really help you say, you know what, this would be the right fit because they like to research, they like to investigate information or whatever, if that helps at all.
No, it absolutely does help. And for right now, we're using the Marcus Buckingham Challenge assessment, but I'm in the process. It's fantastic. It's not good enough for what I needed to do. So I'm in the process of building my own, but it will completely make sense as I break all this down. So let's go with, actually, Greg, I don't think you really need to give me a map. Let me just flow with this. But what I did was, now this is using AI to build genius profiles and then hire people to fit them. So talk about, okay. The first thing is, this is equal opportunity employment. That's number one. I'm going to start just where you're right now. You should also know that I will be one of the last things I will hand over or take my hands off is hiring. I will hire at least the first 250 people. Let me just make that extremely clear because I know what I want and I know where I'm going and I know what it looks like in personnel. Now that's loaded in what I just said because it's not the personnel I'm looking at. And I'm going to share a lot of documents on the screen. I'm going to share with you everything but one thing. I'm not going to give you, I'll give you 25 interview questions in a particular genre, but I will not give you the interview questions that I've come up with for, well, I don't want to go too fast right now, but I won't give you that because that's the secret sauce. That's the secret sauce. I don't want these interview questions out in the public so people can manipulate their answers. That's not what I want. So I won't give you that. The first thing I did was typically what they'll teach you, Adonia, anybody, business, they say, all right, well, build your organizational tribe. And while that is true, and while I did do that, that has nothing to do with what I'm doing. Let's take aside the fact that this is a tech company and then a startup tech company. Those two things change everything in itself. Being tech and then being a startup in tech, those two things drastically change what a company looks like. And since they change what a company looks like, they change the personnel of that company, Grace. Okay. Then the company is AI driven. And to be quite honest with you, I've replaced every single human element that I would need with AI. So I don't really need to hire anyone. So now that drastically changes the rest of what already changed. Now, that's not to say that I am I was going to say something, but I don't want to say that because I really don't care about what you think about what I was going to say. I'll say this here. I'm in the process, sometime today, you'll see an article on Medium that the title is The Impact of AI on Human Activity, Making Life Easier for Humans. Because that is what artificial intelligence is supposed to do. It will impact human life. It has, and it is supposed to replace you. And I understand that. So I jumped 20 years ahead and I built a company that can run itself. I mean, that makes sense though. In fact, I told you I was going to do that like in November and December. Like, so we're not being facetious in this moment, or I'm not trying to have extra bravado within my personality as we talk. It is just, I made sure that I built a company that does not have a lot of mistakes that I've done before. Just some of these things make sense. Right? Some of these things make sense. So right now, this is what I've covered. I've built out the company where I don't have to hire people. I haven't explained to you why I'm hiring people, but I'll leave that alone for right now. I'm going to be the hiring manager. Right, put these down on like tally marks, Grace. I need people to see this here because right after this, I want to say, now pay attention because they're not paying attention. You should, at some point, you should start recognizing when you're having $1 million conversations, $1 billion conversations. And then you should start looking at whatever you're doing and then ask yourself, is this task more than the conversation I am having? And if the answer is no, then you need to stop multitasking. And then let me just say this, and people are always going to get mad, but it is what it is. This is why I'm CEO. I can handle your path of least resistance being angry instead of being accountable. I can handle that. You should
I punched people in the face earlier in the morning.
stop deserving to be punched in the face early in the morning. You should ask yourself fervently, am I doing things that align with my dreams? And if the answer is kinda or yes, even if you say the answer is yes, that's still a trash answer. So if I ask you a question, if I said, Daniel, are you doing what sits with your dreams? And you say yes, it's still a trash answer. You should only be doing what is in your dreams. And that's it. And that's it. So Grace, put some little chili tack marks for me, okay? Because I've already loaded this thing up. I've set before me a number of positions. I haven't said how many. I believe you said 50, Grace, which the number is 50. So Grace said it. I absolutely plan on hiring at least 250 people who don't need to be hired. That does not mean that we don't need to hire, or we don't need to hire, but it doesn't mean these people are not valuable. I'll have to explain that later. I don't have time to do it now because Adonia has 39 more minutes. I have also stated that I've built genius profiles and I'm fitting people in that. I even brought up equal opportunity. And then I brought up AI. Now, Adonia said probably the most brilliant thing that I've heard this year. I'll condense it into Antonio talk. Talented people who can do the job probably shouldn't be hired. It was a long pause, wasn't it, Grace?
I thought you were just waiting on me to put it in the chat. All right, I got that.
Just because you can do the job, just because you can do the job at your best, just because you're the best person for the job, does not mean you're the best person for the culture. Ask Adonia. She would agree, because that's what she said.
100. And because nobody really understands what culture really means. It's an overused word. It's an important word, but we're clueless. We're clueless because when you get that little book version, it has everything to do with who you are, how you operate, what you do, what you don't do. People don't understand that. They have no idea.
No idea. She's absolutely correct. They have no idea whatsoever. So what I did, this is where you pay attention. And if I'm going to make an agreement with all of you. If I say something in the next 2 minutes that blows your mind and that makes you say, wait a minute, that was new, or holy crap. So we're going to go to the scale of 1 through 10. 1 being, I knew all that. 5 being, I knew that too. 10 being, that was amazing. So if I go to a level 15, I don't want to be at a 10, Grace. If I speak at a level 15 for the next 2 to 3 minutes, then you must stop multitasking and take notes. That's our agreement. If it is not at a 15, then you can multitask away. Is this fair? Outstanding. First thing I did was I wrote down every single thing about this company, what I want now, what I want later, where I want to go. That's the first thing I did because that was the easiest. Then I wrote down what this company looks like, and I literally was real. It looks like trash. And how do you fix it from being trash? And then I wrote that down. Now, how do you fix it with people? Because I fixed it with trash without people. And then I fed artificial intelligence all that data I just gave you. My prompt literally said, I have 6 prompts for you. Before you answer, I need you to digest all 6 of these prompts and then give me an understanding. So it took me that long, that many words to give. And I said, what I want you to do now, here's my problem, here's my solution, here's my such and such, here's my such and such. This is what I'm doing. Here's a description. Here's what the things, here's our challenges, here's our forecast, here's this, here's that. And I need you now, not to give me general information. I need the top 50 positions to get to this goal. And then ChatGPT in this case, ChatGPT 4 in this case, because I needed reasoning, gave me the 50 positions to not only solve my problem, but to hit $1 billion profit in 42 months. Y'all not listening. See, right now I'm at least at a 10. I said, here's my fingerprint. Here's the cuts on the fingerprint. Here's what the fingerprint's gonna look like after plastic surgery. Here's what I'm gonna buy a new hand when I get $1 billion, and I'm gonna buy a dude with his hands. And I said all that stuff, and I said, all right, 42 months, $1 billion profit. This is what I have. Now I need you to select me 50 more job positions with a, did I say 2-sentence explanation, Grace, or one?
2.
With a 2-sentence explanation. Not based on a tech company, not based on startups, based on this company, with me as the leader, with my strengths, with my weaknesses, with our strengths, with our weaknesses. Digest all of this with this forecast. 30 days. And I went from 30 days to 3 months to 6 months, all the way to 42 months. That's why I had to take 6 prompts. Here's the full picture. I need 50 positions. And guess what happened, Adonia? I got me 50 positions. If I tell y'all 48 of these positions were not on my list, somebody need to hear this, Grace. Somebody need to hear this.
I started listening so much. I didn't take
You
notes.
forgot to take notes. That's all right. I would much rather that you're telling me I'm somewhere in the 12 right now. That's what you're telling me, Grace.
No, I think you hit 20. I think
Yeah.
I think you you are killing me right now of the your brain, how you process things is amazing to me. And I'm really serious when I say that.
No, I appreciate you. No doubt. And that's I always tell people, what's my number one talent? I always say, I only got one talent. The only talent I have is I process information faster than anybody else I know. So anything that comes from me after that looks like talents, because I done already processed this information and done some stuff with it. And then that's what happens. And I done already done some stuff with it. So after I get that, and this is the crazy part, I get these 50 positions with 2 sentences. And then Deanna reminds me, well, wait a minute, you teach about personalities. Now, the way I've taught her is the way I learned it. Monkey, owl, koala, and lion. It's 4 major personalities. The other ones kind of feed up in there. So guess what Deanna did? She put it in ChatGPT, in its database. Say less, ChatGPT. So this is what I did, Adonia. I took those personalities and I said, okay, what I need you to do now, ChatGPT, since we got this going on, based on the monkey, owl, koala, and lion personality types, I need you to give me which personality type or a blend of personality type should fit each job position, comma, and do not stop until I get to 50, no matter how long it takes. Took about another 6 prompts, but I got all 50. I'll show them to you in a little bit. So
Will
now,
you be sharing those prompts?
I sure will. I sure will. No doubt. Because see, Melissa is getting it. Talk about how, see, this is while I'm saying equal opportunity hiring, that ain't good enough, Jerome. That's not good enough for me. Because while I will be equal in hiring, why am I equal in hiring? Because what I just did is I built a genius personality for a position. But I'm not done yet. I have not ripped the meat off the bone yet. Okay, I have not ripped the meat off the bone yet. So I got that, and I'll share these prompts. Promise you I will. I got that, right? So now that, Grace, if you can go in because you did some of the prompts. You can just go in your ChatGPT and you can just start throwing them in chat. Just start throwing them in chat. Just start throwing them in chat.
I was doing the first one right now. Now, your first one, you put the description of RhinoLeg and RhinoHub. You want all of that?
They just got to put here's my, because that's too much.
Yes.
That took me 6 prompts. I had to say, hey, Just tell me you receive. That's all I need right now. And then after that, and you say, hey, we're going to, great. I understand what you're saying. Please give me the first of your 6 prompts, like literally, because you can only do so many at one time. I fed that much information. Remember, the more you give, the better you can get back. But we'll talk about that. Grace going to put on the prompts. So now here's what I have, just for people who are not audio learners. Look at this. Look at this here. Grace, read it out loud. I had Grace put this in there.
All right. I'm the hiring manager for one of Antonio T. Smith Jr.'s companies called RhinoLeg, and I need to get a group of sets of interview questions that are both difficult to answer and reveal to us a lot about our prospective
Okay, hold on,
hires.
stop, because I haven't explained that part yet. So let me explain it now. I haven't explained that part yet. I'll get you to delete it because people still reading it. That's all right though, and they go too fast no matter what. So after I got the 50 jobs, remember, not 50 jobs I need, not 50 jobs Twitter is doing, not 50 jobs I can look up on the internet, Jerome. 50 jobs based on my strengths, my weaknesses. Don't make no sense that I got job titles according to all my strengths. That don't make no sense. I need folk geniuses where I'm not paying attention. ChatGPT, my name is Antonio T. Smith Jr. I'm very good at this and I suck at this. In the areas I don't suck, I don't give a bleep. So we need to find folk who give bleeps because I don't give a bleep. If you think for one second that ChatGPT ain't had no real conversation with me, you ain't paying attention. So I got the 50 jobs. And then I said, well, based on Deanna's feedback, let's get personality types for each one of those jobs. Then we got a full description of the person. And I'm gonna have Grace. Grace, I need you to share your version on the screen of that because mine has the secret sauce on it and I don't want to do that. But before you share, just verify with me first, but post all these prompts real quick. And then Adonia, I did the Holy Grail. Everybody pay attention. After I got the long description of, see, I only wanted a 2-sentence job description. F that job description. That's somebody else's job. See, y'all not paying attention. I don't give a damn about that job description. That job description is what some white man said over there about their company 30 years ago. And it's in the internet database now. See, y'all don't want to pay attention. That's all right, though. I know for sure. I ain't no Indian guy. I don't talk like one. I ain't no white man. I don't talk like one. I ain't got no problem knowing that I am the diversity that ain't in business. I ain't got no problem with this. I have no problem with this. I see color. Yeah, I could be like, I don't see color. I see color. Phil don't look like me. This is not hard for me to see. I see color. I don't see color. You're lying. Now think about this for a moment. I build all those 50 personality types for the job. And Adonia, I hit the Holy Grail. I said, now this is where Grace prompt come in. Go back, Grace, now. What I need now is I need 25 difficult questions to ask in an interview based on this job type with this personality that we discovered that should be in this job type. So now RhinoLeg has not 25 interview questions, but 50 sets of 25 interview questions, not general interview questions, based on technical skill of that job, technical prowess, intuition that job will need, the empathy that job will have to have. Okay, you can remember some of these say we got to have a koala in customer care. You can't have Antonio in customer care. No, you need Deanna in customer care. You can't have Antonio. It needs to be just Deanna, just a koala, just someone to go, oh my God, let me stay on the phone with you for 2 hours. I need a Jerome on the customer care. That's why Jerome is in customer care. That's the truth. It's the truth, right? So check this out. I got you, Melissa. So after we get all of that, then not only is that the Holy Grail, here's the real Holy Grail, Adonia. And I said these questions need to be so difficult that if an interviewer does not answer, if an interviewer does not score 20 out of 25, we can't even hire them. What I did, I'll show you one. We'll show you one or two.
Antonio, I'm telling you right now, okay, you are doing something, sir, that has never been done. You're doing you see, and I hate to say it's genius. I hate to say that, okay? I hate to say that, but this is damn. Oh my God. I'm sitting here as you're talking. I remember when I worked at my last job. I knew nothing about engineering. I knew nothing about lead mold specimens. I knew nothing about this. I'm sitting in the CEO's room, a boardroom, and he, for my personality type, he said, I want to give you a job. He said, I can't give it to you now because I don't have a position for you. But I want you to come on board. And blah, 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 blah. He hired me. I worked for that company 18 years. 10 years as a W-2, 8 years as a 1099. But you know what I realized? I realized that the reason I was so valuable to that company, I brought so much to the table that had nothing to do with the interview. That had nothing to do with, you know, what they hired me for. But I made that company money. I was told by a guy one time, he said, Jerome, twice what you do kept this company afloat. Because they went out in 6-figure jobs. I went and taught, and it kept money in that company. But the point was, whenever I went out to work, the only time that my boss heard from me was when I got to the site, called him and said, I'm here. And when I got back and gave him the paperwork so he could do the invoice. No problems, no nothing. But when they hired me, all I was supposed to do was teach. All I was supposed to do was get in front of the classroom, give them that material, test them, and go about. I did so much more, but that was who I was. And that's what you're talking about, Antonio. You're not just talking about sitting in an interview with somebody, asking them a couple questions and then hiring them. There's so much, and I'm like, this is unbelievable.
These are very specific. You're right, Jerome. Go ahead, Melissa.
Okay, how to get back to my thing.
No
You
worries.
properly answer my question with the prompt number 4, but how do we find out what those actually mean?
That's what I'm about to do. I'm about to do that right now. I literally,
Awesome.
As Jerome was talking, I'll even show you. As Jerome was talking, I literally said, wait a minute, I got information they don't have. So I got ChatGPT doing it right now so I can copy and paste it for y'all. Look, please give me a very detailed explanation of monkey, koala, owl, personality type so I can teach it to my team. Like I literally just did that. It's typing right now as we speak because I heard Jerome talking. So I got y'all. I will, as soon as it's finished, I will copy paste into the chat. Now I learned this in 2008 from Jeffrey Combs. Yeah, Jeffrey Combs, and I got a whole note that is like I've got the holy grail of all this stuff. It was an 8-disc set when he did it.
Does he still have a call?
I'm pretty sure he does.
I remember you made us get on the call.
That's right. Got doggone right. That's what y'all gonna do. You're gonna get on that joint. Yeah, buddy. So now I got it. Let me see. Right here. So just share. Now the note's gonna be too much, but just so you know, I'll just share the note. I have a whole note on this that, oh, no, this ain't the note, but this is, anyway. Here it is. So I'll even share this too. These are just like memory joggers or something. I'll even share this too, Grace. Yeah, I'll even share this too. So here you go. Bam, that's that. Read that while I'm waiting on this, Grace.
All right. Here are the 4 types of personalities. The lion, number 1, egocentric, resourceful to the point, doesn't like a lot of details, big picture thinker, talker, easiest to close. Who does that sound like, y'all? How you
Me.
doing on this call? That's it.
I'm
I
sure
was
that's not
asking the people.
Antonio or
I
nothing,
was
right?
asking.
I'm sure
That's it.
not
I was asking the people. I know you know. I'm asking the people.
I don't need to say. Just tell me what you want. So tell me what's going on. Can I make
He
money?
does.
All right, that's
That's
fine.
it. That's it. The koala, number 2, emotional thinker, wants security, reliable, slow at decisions, asks many questions, good listener, requires assurance. Now, who does that sound like, y'all? I can think of 2 people on this call.
I can think of everybody on this damn call.
Off the top of my head, I think of Deanna
Mhm,
and Adonia.
Susan's a koala.
You
She's a
notice I
koala
got
owl.
quiet. You notice I.
Yeah, Susan's a koala owl.
So, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, the monkey loves to have fun.
Feels a monkey lion.
The monkey loves to have fun, recognition conscious, creative, desires approval, outgoing and a connector, acts on emotion. Who does that sound like, y'all? Okay. I know somebody.
Oh yeah, that's totally. And these are just hot points for me. This is something I memorized years ago. This hot point. So when I see it, what I did is I condensed 1,000 pages into like 6 hot points. So when I see somebody do something, I go, I got it. So now I can do it in 2 seconds. But go ahead, Grace.
Okay. The last one is the owl, number 4, likes details, logical and left brain, wants to be right, likes facts and information, requires time to think, likes organization, and doesn't like conflict.
All right,
Okay.
that's me, Susan, and Donia for sure. We're born that way. Okay. We're born that way. Now, I was born an owl. Life made me a lion. There's no doubt about it. Right? There's no doubt about it. And I'm literally 50-50, if not 51-49. If not. Now, Grace, scroll down, skip the little first paragraph. Now read the monkey personality type. Read these, read the strengths and the weaknesses, just so people can get an understanding.
Monkey personality type. Monkeys are outgoing, energetic, and social individuals who thrive in dynamic environments. They are often spontaneous and love to have fun. Monkeys are known for their exceptional communication skills, creativity, and enthusiasm. Strengths. Monkeys are excellent at building relationships and networking, adaptive and flexible in different situations, quick thinkers and problem solvers, motivational and inspiring leaders. Monkey weaknesses. They may struggle with attention to detail and organization, can be impulsive and make decisions without thorough consideration, may be easily distracted and have difficulty focusing on one task. So, okay.
That's Deanna and Grace.
Yeah. Okay. Now, koala personality type.
Well, I'm gonna skip it because
okay,
I'm
that's
running
okay.
out of time.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
but y'all can read it for yourselves. Now, I want to show you. What I did was I compiled a list. I skipped out the top secret information. I compiled the list. And here it is. Here is RhinoLeg job titles with 2 sentence descriptions. Now, didn't need this one, but I have an idea for this one. But it tells you for the CEO, a blend of lion and owl. I am lion and owl through and through. Chief technical officer, owl and monkey. And you'll have to just you'll read the things on your own. But just know if I come down to 35, DevOps engineer, that's exactly a DevOps engineer is responsible for automating streamlined software, blah, 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 blah. Owl, monkey. Affiliate manager, lion, koala, which is a very hard thing to find. So now, when you put this together, actually, Phil is like literally could be a lion koala too. There's no doubt about it. But anyway, nevertheless. So I got all these here. They're done. There's 50 of them. Copywriter. What should the account executive look like? Blah, blah, blah. Now I have a far longer detail, Adonia, that goes on. But I want you all to see that now in hiring. Well, first off, let me start. If y'all got a job, like if you're like Monica and Adonia and Shelly, like right now, if you take what I'm saying back to your job, practice it a few times, Trinace, they might fool around and promote you just on this alone. I'm just saying, there's many a cashiers that have been promoted past a cashierness because that was an entry-level position. Many of mail clerks that were geniuses. Think about, let me be quiet. All right then. I was gonna say too much, Grace. I'm gonna say it. So I got all this down. Now what I did, I got the long explanation. I got 25 questions per personality type, per position. So not only do my questions see if you're proficient at your job, back to what Adonia said 40 minutes ago, it then sees your morals and your values. Some of them see your spiritual practices. I'm not lying. No, not at all. Not at all. And then that brilliant thing, Adonia, created me a new problem. See, that's assuming, Jerome, that you come and you apply for a specific position. So it created me a new problem. This is where my strategic thinking comes in, that owl comes in. But what if you don't apply for a position? We had a guy apply yesterday. We did the first thing. It's like it's minimum 3 interviews. I ain't playing no game. She think I'm lying. Ain't playing no games. You see my eye roll? That was what that was. I ain't playing no games. No games. I need to know we dating. I don't want nobody at RhinoLeg. I won't work for myself.
That makes sense. You mean not to have the mistakes you've had.
If I won't work for you myself in your company, I'm good. Anyway, yes, 3 interviews minimum.
Wait, say that again. You
I
won't work.
want, if I hire Tracy, I'm also saying Antonio would bow to Tracy and submit to her in her company.
That's hard to do because you are unemployable.
I know. That's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. And people are coming in here and I'm going, man, I'll follow her. Because that's the culture that I'm creating. A bunch of people who would say, I'll follow you too. Exactly. That makes for a different workplace. That's why that culture guide, part 1, came out. That's why I ain't sent part 2 yet, because I've already shifted some folk. Already. You in the way. Move.
Antonio?
Yes, sir.
I had a recruiter that does nothing but C-level recruiting.
Smart.
He says he never hires anybody unless he does 2 things. Number 1, meets their spouse. And number 2, be in an environment where they have the opportunity to take alcohol. He says those are 2 criteria. He will never recommend a candidate unless he's met their spouse, had dinner with their spouse, and then been in an environment where they had the opportunity to have alcohol, which I thought was interesting.
That is very interesting. That is brilliant too. And I understand why. I may not understand all of his why, but I can get why. Your spouse can tell on you without saying a word. Without saying a single word. Oh, she gonna tell on you. He gonna tell on you. Because that's who you're really working with. So it created me a new problem. And the new problem was, what if people just apply? So what I need to do now is I need to figure out how to not waste time and not have interviews just for having interviews. You understand? See, the 3 interviews may sound like a lot. They're not waste of times. They're not waste of times. The first, when by the time, if you come to the first interview, that's a 5-minute interview because we tell you go take the Marcus Buckingham challenge. We ask you like 2 questions, go take that. But when you do your first real interview, we got that assessment in front of us. We have that assessment in front of us. And then that's when your first interview starts. Now, assuming that you don't know where you want to go, or we don't know what to do with you, don't worry. I solved that problem. And I think I'll give this to y'all. I think I'll give this to you. And I worked, Grace and the other side worked really hard on these yesterday. I call it interview sorter questions. And then these are just what I did. Grace, did I give you? No, I didn't give you this prompt. I didn't give nobody this prompt. Hold on, let me get the prompt.
No, you didn't.
Let me give y'all the prompt I did. You can do this for your own company. Just give me a second. Let me find the prompt. Yes, is that it? Nope. Yes, right here, Grace. Got it. Nope. Okay, keep going. Ooh, that was like 8 prompts, Grace, just to get all this. It was doing 7 at a time. And I went to 50. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, right here. Okay, it says, all right, there we go. I have 25 interview questions for each of these positions, but I have a new problem now. I need to be able to sort and identify people who apply without knowing what position they want. And I want to be able to sort them into these 50 positions. Can you send me interview questions that help me identify which possible job may be a good fit for the people interviewing if I don't have data on them? I've listed the preferred personality types for each position, and that's based on our research. Our goal is to be fair and balanced and equal opportunity hiring, but we want only the best people. So that's what I did. So what I did was, you're going to have to use this prompt, but then you're going to have to use. You're gonna have to do the work and have something like this. Uh-oh, not that one. You ain't supposed to see that one. Not that one. My bad. My bad. Not that one. Not that one, Adonia. That's the secret sauce. Not that one. Not that one. This one right here. I rinsed around and rinsed it off too fast. Too fast. Yeah. So in order for the last prompt I just gave you, Grace, call that prompt 007. When the notes put like the prompt 007, and that's the number for it. Everybody will recognize that. So I use that prompt and then I copy and pasted all of these into it. All of these. So what I asked was, here's my problem. I need 25 questions. I need to sort based on the personality types and based on the job. So what I did was I fed it all 50 of these jobs, and then I fed it for this customer support role, a blend of koala and monkey personality types would be suitable. I fed it all that, and then I got the perfect 25 questions to sort. So assuming we don't know who you are, that first interview would just be to sort you. And then you would come back again to interview. In the future, it'd be the interview with the hiring manager of that department, of that technological prowess. I don't need Adonia interviewing someone who is a gaming engineer. And I don't need the gaming engineer dude interviewing someone who is trying to apply for HR. Can't nobody tell you better than her position than Adonia can. And Adonia know exactly who she's looking for. And if Adonia had all these help aids that I got and she could look, ooh, yeah, ooh, then it's even better. Here's the deal. I'm not concerned with getting good people. I'm not concerned with getting the best people. I want legendary. That is all. I don't want nothing else. Why? Well, Melissa, I made these mistakes before, cuz. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hired the friends. That don't work. Axidonia. It don't work. Ask Jerome would just like to hire a family. Oh, I'll be there soon. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'll be there soon. You know, I'm cramping. You cramp at work, don't you? Would this work? Oh, hey.
If you hiring family is like going to a family gathering and Uncle so-and-so gets drunk and comes in talking crazy and everybody get into a fight. That's what it is. When you hire family, you're going to have conflict because we're going to act like we family members and not like we got some sense in that we actually are, I'm not even going to say employees, but we're professionals trying to handle some business. So it's very difficult. I know some people do that. It's dangerous. It doesn't fail for everybody, but you have to be sure it's probably 98% it's not going to work.
Yeah. Some people do it very well. Congratulations to them. They are the Lord's people. As for me, Grace, fellow heathen, common of the heathen people of Ethiopia, I ain't hiring no family. You understand? Okay. So right here, this is the sort of questions. Can you tell me about a project? This one I got Grace Indiana doing right now. If somebody comes in, general, can you tell me about a project when you had to take on the lead project? What was the outcome? We don't care about your answer, Jerome. We just care how you answered. So if you go, Grace, which one would I say?
You would totally say, Lion. I took charge of sales initiative and setting business targets. I hit the revenue goal by 50%.
15%. 15%. I can prove it too. 15% I could prove it. Then my owl will come out. What I did was, then I explain. I took 6 months and I did it right. My owl will come out by accident. I'll explain it because I'm a natural teacher, right? My owl will come out. So you're right there. The Grace to go check my lion and check my owl.
I'm gonna have my highlighter. Okay.
Go ahead and highlight that one. Okay, that's this guy right here. Can you see what we're doing, Jerome? We're trying to figure out who the hell are you? Because I'm trying to sort you into one of those positions. I'm trying to figure out who you are. Your answer. See, but with doing this though, you can't give a bad answer. This is pretty important. Okay, in your first interview, you can't give a bad answer.
Would Jerome answer koala and lion? I know he gonna answer koala for one of them, but
oh yeah, I coordinated team. I point everybody out who I coordinated team building event to improve company culture. All right, that's Susan, that's Deanna, that's Adonia, that is Misunderstood, that is Phil, and that is, did I say Jerome already? That's Jerome. Okay. Melissa would be like, well, what I did was I just raised money. And yes, Melissa would just go straight to it.
That is so Melissa.
Just go straight to it, you know. And I just put on my big girl pants and raised 30% to the bottom line. That's what I did. And I got some investors that I knew. That's exactly what she would do. She would just go straight here because Melissa.
Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
What this also does, the side effect to this is when you're interviewing, let's say someone comes in to interview for an administrative assistant position or whatever position, and their characteristics don't match that position, but it matches another position.
Right.
You can actually tell them, well, hey, unfortunately, the position that you interviewed for, you don't qualify for that position, and you have people. It does something to people when you can still make a way for them or still have a place for them. Mm-hmm. And then it also helps when it comes to your hiring process because it minimizes the time it takes, because if you're interviewing someone for one position, but they qualify for another one, you just filled that position, and now you don't have to go interview for that position too because you've already done the interview.
Right. Very good point. And that's exactly why I use this, but you brought up a story. This is what happened to me when I went to go interview for Joel Osteen. I didn't get the job. When I interviewed, I never bring this up, but I interviewed with Pastor Steve Austin for pastoral care. This is what I interviewed for. I went to Joel Osteen Lakewood internship for Pastor Steve Austin, real person. You can look him up, for pastoral care. Why? Because I was Black and Baptist, and who the hell take care of a pastor better than Black and Baptist? It's near impossible. It's
Okay.
near impossible. Oh, I could take care of the pastor. I'm not to do that. That's what we do. Yeah. You ain't never been to a Black church, you won't understand. Like, this is what we do. I mean, pastor, you need something? You straight? All right. All right, get I bought your water anyway, you know what I'm saying? And I put your food on a real plate. Everybody else got plastic plates. You got a real plate. This ain't nothing for us. You know what I'm talking about, Grace. Here's a banana. I saw you. I'm looking at your eyes. He was yawning and stuff. Here, get some potassium. You know, we do this all day. That's what we do. I applied, but I did not fit. So I got rejected. And Pastor Steve Austin, fantastic guy, rejected me on the spot. Like, hey man, you're a great guy. You don't fit here. Makes sense, because I'm a lion. I think too damn much. So it makes sense that I did not fit there. And what happened is I got a call back the next week from Pastor John Bowman, who is actually higher up, Grayson and Middle. And what happened was Pastor Steve Austin, to his great credit, said, man, I see you missing somebody in the men's ministry, because he couldn't find anybody. I met this really good guy that I think would be a great fit. Here's everything I wrote about the interview. And so I interviewed with Pastor Joel Osteen, Pastor John Bowman, and the rest is history, because I spent 2 years there in the men's ministry because I fit. And not only did I do that, Lakewood is on its third to last year of one of the ministries I built. I connected Lakewood Church to every smaller church in 5th Ward. That's the whole ministry. They had a 10-year vision project for that. And then I can't remember the other thing that was, I forget what it was called, but 2 ministries I built, because that's what he had me do. He just had me build and fix stuff, which is exactly what Antonio likes doing. I don't want to run it. I'm going to build it. I'm going to fix it. And then if it's got problems, I'm excited. As soon as it get good, I'm bored. I'm here for a few more minutes, but I will drop off soon. My other callers going to introduce people. Okay. All right. Well, Donnie, did you want to close us out before you got to go with something important, something brilliant that you want to say? Because you're our leader.
Well,
here.
you did all the brilliant. I just hate to have to admit that.
Okay.
I got so much from you, and interesting. It's not a lot new, but it just opened up something huge for me from an entrepreneur standpoint. And it was just good. I cannot say enough about, again, the brain, how your brain functions is pretty amazing. So I'm impressed and grateful that I got to even participate in that part. And yes, I'll be watching the replay. Don't worry.
Okay, good. And trust me, an HR manager, which is what she is, she's going to invent something new, but you get the point. That's music to her ears. Oh my God. An executive actually doing what I say, going after my own heart. Well, that's easier to deal with. See, she's gonna have to fix problems anyway, but she don't need to be fixing me.
Watch it.
But it's a little different. You know what? I've decided I'm not a problem fixer. I'm going to support those that fix problems, give them some tools to go fix it, and tell them to go fix it. I'm just going to keep your butt out of trouble because we don't want to get sued.
That sounds like you've been canoached, because that came right out of the canoaching head.
Yeah, I love my canoe.
That came right out of the conundrum the hands look for
People
sure.
listening don't know.
Go ahead, Phil or Susan, whichever one y'all. something like.
That's still right now. Yeah, it's the stinking squeaking monkey syndrome where people got monkeys. You either take their monkeys or you make them come back and work with their monkeys later. But with the animal analogy, that's based from the disc information.
Mhm.
The D is the lion, the I is the monkey, the S is the koala, and the C is the owl.
Yep. There you go. Absolutely right. See, and I don't know it that way. And I know it's based on the disinformation, but I don't know it that way. I only know it from the monkey. That's how I learned it. You know, typically when you first introduce something, that's how I learned it. That's how I learned it. Yeah.
I took the disc test 40 years ago. So I mean, the disc has been around for that long.
Yeah.
But there's a color disc analogy. There's a lot of things that have grown out of the disc where they just renamed each, or they're rebranded it sort of.
Yeah, I know it's like green, yellow, blue, red.
Right. Red is the lion.
Yeah. And I think green is the koala, yellow is green
yellow
is the owl, yellow is the koala, blue is the monkey. Yep. Okay, I got that one down a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. So you're in the disc training right now, which is fantastic. Tony Robbins still uses it to this day. As a matter of fact, ET, his whole new program is structured off it. The whole new program is the one they've been doing for the last 3 years, or last 6 years now. It's completely structured off it. So I'm putting bright people in the right place. But before you has to leave, which you got to leave in like 30 seconds. What I did is I built an invisible person that has 25 questions. And if you don't match the invisible person, you can't get that position. See, I'm not discriminating. There's a person that we're looking for. And this person is a genius that fits this profile. Oh, you fit this profile. If you fit this profile, you get to apply. But now there's a standard there, Jerome. Because if you score, if it's 25 questions, if you score 12 out of 25, congratulations, you're a really good person, just not for this job. Because I don't want no 12 out of 25. I want 25 out of 25, and I'm willing to deal with a 20 out of 25. A 19, maybe we'll call him back for another interview. I'm not so sure. I ain't got there yet, Jerome, but there's a scoring system, and it's a human-based scoring system. I can automate it.
You're taking you out of the equation.
Right, and my opinion. I'm taking me and my opinion on how I feel about Black people out the equation. Right?
Watch yourself.
It's very hard to be prejudiced like this, Adonia. This is gold. If you build an invisible profile, and if Antonio thinks a man should fit this role, but a woman fits it, guess who gets that job? A woman. But you can't put her in, you can't have her head coaching men. Why the hell not? She scored a 25 out of 25. Closest man scored a 13. Well, but the showers, fix showers then. Do something. Well, nobody takes showers. Everybody get these folks some baby wipes, because she's gonna coach this job. If shower facilities are stopping this woman from getting the job, y'all need to use baby wipes. I think I'm lying. I ain't lying. I don't care how crazy it sounds. I'm going after the very best, Grace. All right. Okay, Adonia, she got to go. Very best. Very, very best. So we've got 25 of them. So let's see. I'm going to put some documents. Well, I can't put all these documents in because I know food. Grace, you maybe put your documents. Don't give me questions out loud. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Which documents? Yeah. Which documents?
Oh, you know what you got to do? You're going to have to export it to Word first because I kept it in Pages. So
okay. So give that one.
Okay, then. So I'll put it to you in line then.
No. You want me to get? I have it. I'm gonna export it to Word.
Export to Word. The RhinoLeg, the one I just sent you.
That one. Okay.
With the 2-line descriptions, and then the sort of questions, they can absolutely have that. but they're going to have to do the work though of building their job positions, because they're going to have to put their job position with their personality types. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. So please know when you get the sorter document that I showed on the screen, which I'll show you, I remind you what the sorter document is.
Okay.
This one.
Okay, send that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Send this one. Can
Okay.
you share an example of a time when you had to provide exceptional customer service? And Tony was saying, well, I turned a dissatisfied customer to a loyal customer. I mean, that's what I do, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. You know, since we playing around here with you, just what I do. Deanna would have went, oh my God. It was such a bad day that day. Man, I went above and beyond. She was so hurt. She was so sad. And I addressed every last one of her concerns. Sandra would do the same thing. And I said, baby. Jerome would do the same thing. Baby, what's wrong? Tell me what's wrong, young man. Young man. What church you go to, young man? Right? Yeah, that's all that koala stuff.
I so would have did the monkey thing. Yes.
I resolved the customer issue with humor. I made him laugh. Had to turn around. Jerome with this koala monkey. Y'all are the same. Y'all are the same. You do that, blah, 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 blah. You get it? I would be like, look, man, I made money. You know, that's what I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. I made that money. I said, look, she was real mad. Trinae's real mad. I said, Trinae, how can we help you? Well, I want this, and that. Done. What else you need? This too. Done. I'll do it myself. And now Trinae's is a very happy customer because, you know, I had to do that. You know what I'm saying? I had to make it work. That's exactly how my answer would go. That's I ain't got no other drive. Exactly. So definitely get them this Grace. Make sure you transport it in the Word. Definitely give them that one. And then let's see, what else? I can possibly, let me look at this one real quick. RhinoLeg, social media, game. Grace, who did this? Is this something I did? Is this something Deanna did? Who
Which
did
one?
this? I'm for the share because I don't know. Right here. Antonio Visionary Roadmap. That's something I did, huh? Yeah, y'all ain't do this. This is something I did.
Yeah, you did that.
Okay. Launch strategy.
Well,
First 7 days.
it's either you or Deanna. I know I didn't do it. I wasn't there for this one.
I doubt she did it. Financial commitments. I remember it. I'm just trying to figure out who did it. Financial commitments. She wouldn't have known this information. All right. So Grace, you can share this too. We're going to call it Antonio's Visionary Roadmap for RhinoLeg and beyond. Okay. I'm going to share this one too. There you go. So don't say I ain't giving y'all stuff away. You know what I'm saying? She's going to convert it to Word for y'all. Ooh, that cough almost killed me. Well, geez, y'all understand. I'm workouts. I'm sore all over. This all over. I need a massage. Yeah, buddy. Hold on, Grace. I'm trying to get to the cloud. There we go. Cloud, pages. Child, don't nobody know what I just did. Oh, here we go. Bam. All right, let me check this one out. Now, what's this one? What is this one? Oh, no. Don't need this one. Don't need this one. Okay, delete that. And delete it from here too. And Deanna's texting me. And then let's see. RhinoLeg job descriptions, got that. RhinoLeg job descriptions, character trait. Ooh, I can't get you out of this one. I just can't. I can't even. Like even remember, like $500. I still can't. You have to. I had to make you sign an NDA just to give it to you. Yeah, because it's got the questions. You know, it's got the questions. You don't want to. It's got the questions. Let me see if I'm being too protective. Let's see. Let me go to number 2. Chief Technical Officer. Interview question. Can you? Yeah, buddy. Yep. Interview questions. All right, we'll show one of them. So I'm going to name titles. I'm gonna make them all. You know what, Melissa, you there? I'm gonna have Melissa do it. So she's
I'm here.
outstanding. So she's another me. I'm gonna name out titles. Now I want you to think about a manager role plus think about a worker role. I'm gonna name out nothing but manager roles, but know it's also the whole department too. And when we get to whatever department that you want to hear the most in those interview questions, not only will I go over those interview questions, I will share those interview questions as well. I will share those out. So whenever your fancy gets floated, Chief CEO, CTO, Chief Technical Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, Chief Sales Officer.
Go with the salesman.
Okay,
Sales.
I know that's right. I don't think anybody disagree with us because I was, y'all heard that money, go with the Antonio, money, go with the money. Go with the money. I don't want to struggle no more. Go with the money. Anybody? Y'all heard that too? It's just like, forget the rest of that list, Antonio. Go with the money. Go ahead and go with the money. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the money. That's all right, Grace. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to read them one at a time without sharing my screen. And then I'll share my screen in a little bit. Because you know how you're going to do, Grace. Don't act like you don't. If I share my screen, I'm going to be on question 1. You're going to be down there on question 9. All right. Shelley said, I'll take sales for 100, right. Alex. So here's how you get your chief sales officer and all your salespeople. Job description. The CSO, chief sales officer, is responsible for driving revenue growth to Melissa's company, with sales strategies overseeing the sales team to achieve their targets. Characteristic traits. A successful CSO should have a strong sales background, excellent negotiation and persuasion skills, and the ability to inspire and lead a sales team. They should be target-driven, Antonio, results-oriented, that's the only thing I care about, and possess a deep understanding of their sales and of their industry and customers. Personality traits. A combination of lion and koala, which is I have Grace, monkey and koala. Lion and koala. A combination of lion and koala would be ideal for this role. The lion personality type brings assertiveness, decision-making capabilities, and strong leadership skills, which are crucial for driving revenue growth to Melissa's company. The koala personality type contributes empathy, excellent listening skills, and relationship building abilities, which are essential for understanding customers' needs and fostering long-term connections. So that right there alone is now in chat. Put it in the official notes too, Grace. Also, the only thing I'm gonna do left now, I'm gonna do this, all 25, and answer any questions, and we're done. Grace, that's everything. I'm gonna answer the questions. But right now, Melissa already copy and pasting that. She's going to put it in her notes. Then she's going to go to ChatGPT and say, go on, do me some little more. You know, you understand? Make this longer. I already know what she's going to do. I already know what she's going to do. Okay. That's what she's going to do. Am I lying, Melissa? That's why I put it out there.
No, you're not lying. I'm working on 2 different companies right now. So, yep.
There you go. Well, either company she work on, she's going to need some sales, ain't she? Because the only way to make money on the planet Earth as a human being is what, Grace?
Sales.
Sales. There ain't no other way. Oh, no, but the Lord's going to provide through sales.
You just added another position to the second company that was smaller than, yeah.
There you go. All right, yeah. So I'm well pleased because I know if one person, I know everybody's paying attention. I know y'all ain't multitasking right now. For sure. Interview questions. Remember now, if you're just joining us, these interview questions are not regular interview questions. They are interview questions designed by the specific skill set it takes for that position and for in this case, the lion and koala personality type to get it done. Everybody okay with that? All right.
These are sorting questions.
Well, these are sorting questions, but since you already sorted here, they're sorting you to see if you're going to score, what you're going to score. And remember, Melissa, I'm looking for 20 out of 25. Now that's subjective. You can get whatever you want. As for me, I'd rather wait 3 years to get the right person than to work 3 years with the wrong person or an average person. I've done that
So
already, Phil.
You ain't gonna mess up again, huh?
No, son, can't do it. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'll automate these sales until the right person comes. If I don't find Phil in 1980s in the white Cadillac, I don't want him. I want the Phil that was driving the bank to bank to bank, that was the talk of the town. I'm looking for that person, woman or not. Right? You get the point. So we're trying to score 20 out of 25. Question number 1, can you describe your experience with driving revenue growth and leading a sales team? What a very direct, that's the first question, son. You ain't got to take notes on this, Grace, at all. I'm going to put it on the screen, so don't worry about it. In fact, as a matter of fact, maybe I can blow this up, and because these questions are too important, so I'll blow it up now, and then y'all can go 12 ahead. I blew it up, so you can go 12 ahead. We know you're gonna go ahead. Grace, we know you're gonna go ahead. Ain't no sense in you lying. We know you're gonna go ahead. That was number 1. Number 2, how do you stay up to date with industry trends and developments that impact your sales strategy? Can you provide an example of a time you successfully closed a high-value deal or achieved a significant sales target? Let me just pause right here just for a second, because Donya said something before she had to jump off of the meeting. She said something that I really respect about resumes. I don't care nothing about your resume. As a matter of fact, I really don't need to turn it in. I ask you to turn it in because I'm nosy. I won't see, but I don't care about it. Because for one, I don't care about what you have achieved. That's what a resume is. I care about what you accomplished. I don't give a damn about your degrees. Can you sell this $5 million jet? Because if you sell this $5 million jet, you can sell this $47 million product. Oh, well, I went to Baton Rouge University. Okay, good for you. I had a 4.9 GPA, but can you start a business? And did your business fail when you start? I hope it failed. That's points with me, because I want to know how you did you get back up? If my business failed, I just stopped being an entrepreneur. Well, you know what? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jonathan. We appreciate you. You can just go over there. You don't want nobody in those sales that quit. If I hear quit come out one time in a sales position, and you didn't say, but I got back up, you can't be in sales. You can't be in sales.
That is what sales is. Okay, you want to quit every day.
Every day. This motor scooter hung up in my face. I quit. Shit. I had to go eat me and my bologna sandwich before I came back. If you don't understand, them folk on that phone would make you quit. It would take your self-esteem.
Listen,
It's
be
a
wanting
fact.
to find out the address and go to them. Be like, why did you talk to me like that?
Who you think you're talking to? You know where I'm from? Like, for real. You really want to do stuff like that? Yeah, I quit, but I can't do it. Then fool around and get a week in a row of calls like that. That's tough, man. It's tough, Jerome. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. So right here, the reason I brought it up, Grace, because I'm trying to see what high value deal did you achieve? Tell me about it. Because now you can't weasel out of that, Jerome, because I could tell if you're lying. Because, oh, you know what? It's a high value deal, but I don't really remember the details. You're a god doggone lie. Great. Let me just pause one time. Grace, what's the highest amount of deal? Highest amount of money you helped make in one day?
$30,000.
Okay. And tell me how you did it.
Okay, me or you?
No, well, but you helped.
Times. Okay. Oh,
I didn't swipe or nothing.
Okay. We were at the break. It was actually more than one time. First time, we were at a breakout session in Florida at
Gotta
an
hear these
event.
details. It sounds like it's a real story, though. You can stop, Grace. Well, first off, it was actually two. Let me correct myself. We was in this breakout session, and it was 87.9 degrees outside. And I remember because I spilled my coffee on my shoes. And when it's a real story, Jerome, we know what a real story sounds like. And you got these details. And I was like, man, especially when black folk tell a story. And I was like, whooping, I dodged this way, and I went that way. And, the car went by real quick.
We got to act it out.
Yeah, that's just my people. Don't worry about it. If you ever want to be entertained, make a black person tell a story about what happened.
Oh my goodness, nothing like it.
It's an experience, Grace. It's an experience. How do you approach developing and executing sales strategies that align with your organization's overall goals? What a great question. But remember, it's only a great question based off. It's not based off this stupid job description. This is Googleable. Nobody care about this crap. It's based off a lion and a koala will answer these questions, and you're matching these questions. You're seeing if the world changer, if you're seeing if Mrs. World Peace can say, but are you going to close though, Melissa? I need you both. I need both. Oh, no. So when Jerome go, I need somebody to go. I need somebody to go. Well, see, Melissa needs to hire somebody that goes, well, Melissa, I almost had her, but then she said she had to ask her husband. Okay. Grace, what would Antonio say at that very moment? If somebody says,
they gotta go ask their spouse, you know what? I completely understand. But let me ask you something. Before you got here, didn't you and your spouse already talk about things like this before you got on this call? Haven't you all been discussing this is what you want? Seems to me you got your answer.
And Grace, who taught you that, Grace?
You did. Give me this card. 16
And how many
digits.
times? 16 digits from what, Grace?
Left to right, 4 digits at a time.
4 digits at a time. No, but I can't do that. I can't do that, Miss Janice. I can't do that because I gotta talk to him. Okay, call him.
Yes, that would be the next thing. Okay, no problem. Get him
Call
on.
him. I got
Let's get
time.
on the phone.
Yeah, let's get my phone right now. What's his number?
Right. Because I understand, I know you took in all the information, but a lot of times we take in information and we really don't know even half of it. So I want to be able to, so I can be there and speak and give the information that you may miss. Not saying that you're going to miss on purpose, but
Yeah, and I don't want to put that pressure on you.
yeah, that's it.
I'm the
That's it.
expert.
That's it.
I'm an expert at the product, and I don't want to put that pressure on you. You don't need that stress. We're here to take burdens off of you. So call him. I'll do it. Oh, you ain't getting out of this. You got to tell me no.
Yep.
No, I just can't do it. Okay, well, I'm glad you said that, Miss Janice. Let me ask you a question. About 20 minutes ago, you said you wanted to travel the world, yes? One.
Come on, 5G. Come on.
5 yes technique, huh? Because I already made you do this already, didn't I, Grace? Okay. And you also said that leaving a legacy for your 2 boys is very important to you, yes? Yes. Check 2. Okay. And then you said it's time that you prove to yourself that you won't miss any more opportunities. Is correct? Ching, check. And you also said that it's important for you to pay off your church because your pastor works hard. Right. That's 4. And then here, and I quote, the most important thing that I can do with my life right now is to seize every opportunity because I'm tired of settling. Okay, 5. So I understand that you're saying no right now, Janice.
You're an asshole.
I am. And I need my salesperson to be a kind asshole. You're not getting off this phone until you give me what, Grace?
16
Your
digits.
16-digit credit
Left to
card
right.
number. Tell them how I need it.
Left to right, 4 digits at a time.
4 digits at a time. We got it down. Give me another objection, Grace.
Oh, listen, you know what? I never make snap decisions like that. I really need to go and pray about it.
Oh, you know what? I totally respect that. 2 things. Have you been thinking about this for a while?
I have.
Okay, well, so the good thing is that means this is not a snap decision. So in order for you not to make a snap decision, you want to pray. Completely understand. We got two options here, Mrs. Janice. We can pray right now over the phone, or let me ask you a question. Have you and God already been talking about blessing you this year?
Yes. Yes.
And would you say RhinoLeg is a blessing to your future?
It would be. Yes.
So right now, we don't see any cursings. There's not a single no you have. What you have is a hesitation that's not coming from the Lord.
Oh, watch yourself, Reverend. Come on here.
If I was a CEO and I'd be selling, I can't do both. It's
He
hard.
really would. He really would.
It's hard.
Be
It's
blowing me out
hard.
the water. I can't do it.
It's hard. Just so we're clear. Yes, and getting off this phone until I get them. What, Grace?
Please take my credit card. Please take my credit card.
I need 16 digits at a time. I need the 16-digit credit card number from left to right. 4 digits at a time. Now, I gotta get the CVV. Some people have it on the front. Some people have it on the back. If you're using American Express, okay, it's on the front and it's be 4 digits actually. Say something like 8451. Okay, you see it. There. Thank you so much. I'm not joking with y'all. This is what this thingy here is identifying. I'm gonna just skip down. Oh, I like number 6. How do you foster a culture of high performance and continuous improvement within your sales team? Grace, since you are a salesperson, that's all you do. You sell and drink Cokes. That's about it. If I had to sum up, if I speak,
listening.
oh, okay. If I had to speak over a funeral, Grace drank a Coke and sold every day of her life. That's what Grace did. That's what she did. I tried to get her to do other stuff, but she enjoyed her Cokes and her sales. That's why she's Warren Buffett. It's crazy how Warren Buffett has the number 6 most valuable American company in the world, and this man ain't got no talent.
No, except knowing how to do the stop part. That is it. How to do stops.
His talent is clearly making money. All right, Grace, how do you foster a culture of high performance and continuous improvement? Now, listen to this. I have no idea what she's gonna say.
How do I foster a culture of high performance within the sales team?
Within the sales team.
I always want to make sure that people are enjoying what they do. Because if anybody's like me, if it ain't fun, I don't want to do it. If it feels like work, I want to do it. And so I don't want it to make it feel however it doesn't feel good for them. So whatever needs to be done to make them say, man, you know what? Come on, let's get on this call. If you competitive like me, oh, we've had this competition. Oh, I bet I get more calls.
That line that jumped out there. You heard it? That line jumped out there. Mm-hmm.
But that's
he was straight
fun.
monkey. Well, you
That's
know what I'm
fun.
saying? I want to have fun. But at the same time, y'all got me
messed up. Okay.
You think
Right.
y'all gonna pass me up?
No. Okay. There was
Y'all hear
times. Okay. There was times Deanna passed me up. I was like, wait a minute now. Hold on, koala. No. Okay.
I need my salesperson to say, ain't nobody gonna pass. I'll be the best player you got up here. So, Grace, where do you see yourself in 5 years with your job? Okay. I'm gonna read them all. I'm gonna paste these. I'm just trying to tell you, Shelley, that there's certain ways that people should answer questions. And since you understand now the disc and the monkey island and such and such and such and such, since you understand that now, what is happening is, Grace, you might have to format that. I might need to do that differently. That didn't come out as well as I thought it would. That's okay. Yeah, I'll paste it in there. Let me see. Will it do it in the lineup? Child. I email it to you, Grace. And then you can, I'm gonna send it to your RhinoLeg. Let me email it. Subject's gonna be blah. There you go. All right. Grace have it in better format. It lost its format between chat and line.
Okay, I'll get it in and put it in the notes and then, yeah.
Yeah. It just, I
Okay.
just heard that little airplane shoot off just now.
Okay, thank you.
In conclusion, because we're done now, these aren't just interview questions. I don't want general interview questions. I'm only looking for people to score 20 out of 50. And Grace gave a great answer. Let me tell you, Grace gave a great answer. Let me show you how you hit it, because Grace she's a monkey lion. Monkey lion. She want to be an empath, but she ain't got no damn emotions.
No.
She is unemotionally intelligent if I ever seen one. Huh? What happened? Oh, he died? So messed up. Great, they over there crying. Oh, okay.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Okay.
I had to make myself feel bad yesterday. I did. Now I felt for my friend. I did,
No,
but
you
it
said-
wasn't. But yeah, and I felt bad for not feeling as sad as I thought I should. You know what I'm saying?
He's a lion.
Stop
Monkey.
reading me. Stop reading
That's
me.
what I do. I do this. Yeah, I heard Grace answer about inspiring. Grace, ask me, did you get the email yet? Ask me number 6. It was number 6.
Okay, let me go.
It was number 6. How do you foster? Well, here it is. I'll copy and paste in the chat. Make it easier for you. Ask me number 6.
Blah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Blah, I didn't even feel like thinking.
Everything. Antonio, how do you foster a culture of high performance and continuous improvement within your sales team?
Oh, we win and I'm beating everybody. And if they just so happen to keep up with me or beat me, they get rewarded for both. If you keep up with me, I'm gonna have it to every week. We're gonna honor everybody, but every week we're gonna single out somebody. I'm gonna take them out for a steak dinner or a big vegan omelet or whatever that they do. I can't have a vegan omelet, but you get the point. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it. And this ain't gonna be company money unless you want to give it to me. No, I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem spending company money. You can put it in my budget. But I don't mind doing the gift card to Starbucks for $100 or whatever that may be. So we're going to reward people for excellence, and we're going to reward them for doing 2 things. We're going to reward them for keeping up, because I'm going to be the first at work and the last to leave. I'm on my Kobe Bryant. By the time you get to the gym, I'm already full of sweat. So if you can keep up with that, you should be rewarded, because I'm at legendary drive all the time. If you beat me, well, that's got to go up to $300. And you only win for keeping up with me and beating me. There's no third place. Both of those are first place. That's just how it works. That's how I motivate people. Anybody don't be here like that? Okay. Well. Do I got permission to fire? Well, that's your job. Okay. Well, then you're gonna have to fire them. I'll be recommending you need to fire these people to give me some people who's gonna keep up with me. Yeah, that's my answer. That's all lying. There ain't no monkey in there. That's for fun. Nope. Yeah, you're gonna get rewarded. I'm not telling you I'm right. I ain't telling you Grace right. But they're lying in both of them, though, ain't it, Grace?
Yep.
We came here to win. Grace humble.
Yeah, ain't
Oh,
been a
yeah, I'm
win.
making fun. And Tony will say, ain't nobody keeping up with me, Cup. I work all day for you. Just run my money, make sure it's on time every time.
Yep.
Just make sure my money on time every time. So that's why so remember, I don't have 25. If I'll go to, so let me go to number 6 in the, we might need to change something. Let me see. I'm gonna change some of these a little bit, Grace. Some kind of repeat. I'm gonna change. Yeah, I'm gonna change them. I'm gonna change them up. I'm gonna change them up. But y'all get the point though, right? All right, easy. So that's what we did. That's what we've been doing behind the scenes. Any questions? Todos Todas preguntas. Outstanding. Grace, what we doing tonight?
We have Pathbender this evening, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. Well, we'll see y'all tonight. Was this valuable, Jerome? We went down with the get down. All right. We got it in. We went down with the get down. We got it in. I do appreciate y'all for hanging with us. I don't care if you're cooking bacon fat like Chef Jay. That's what you're doing. You know, like cooking bacon fat. You know, it don't taste good without the bacon fat on it. You know, she sprinkle it on the chives. You know, black folk put greens with bacon fat all over the place. On the documentary, What the Health, the black guy said, "Oh no, you don't have a what they call it, hereditary problem. You got a dietary problem. The black folk ain't got no hereditary problem. Got a dietary problem. We just saying it's hereditary because you eat the same food. You keep putting that stick of butter in that rice. Don't boil water without butter in it. That's a dietary problem." And here's Susan. Instead of Susan won't use butter. She'll get us some avocados and throw it in. She'll get like an avocado and throw it in and boil it. That's butter. It's nature's butter. Avocado. Crazy as hell. When our ancestral scientists figured that out. That don't make no sense. but we know it though. We know it for sure. So that's it, y'all. Hopefully this was a blessing. This is what we're doing behind the scenes. It just is one of those things that we're doing. One of those things. We'll try to relax for the rest of the day. Smoke something, drink something, love somebody, read your Bible. Read your Bible while drinking something. That may be, I don't know, maybe a little sinful. I'm not sure. You know, we'll figure it out. At least you're reading. You know, that's all right. No, that's see. I know some of you Christians are like, oh my God, that's so no. Bring your problems to God. And if God want to get rid of them, God will. So y'all need to be more open.
I was talking to a kid yesterday, and I asked him how his wife is doing because her mother passed recently. Oh, she's doing all right. She has her moments. She has her days. I be want to tell her when your days come, just go shoot some dice. And then he said, they gambled at the cross. I said, you know what, you're right.
They did gamble at the cross. They sure did. Over his clothes. Let me just say this real quick. A guy was asking me recently, well, do I need to stop smoking weed? It's like, no. I mean, but it's not legal in Texas. I don't care. No. I said, man, go to church. This is a church conversation. So go to church high. If God wants you unhigh, you with God will have that conversation. But go. That is biblical, Jerome. Jesus did not say, hey, Matthew, change and follow me. Jesus did not say, hey, lady caught in adultery, change and then go. Just come. And the closer you walk, come on, man. And the closer you walk with the one, anything wrong with you, Antonio, will fall off. We got this all backwards. We want folk to behave before they belong. You belonged way before your behavior changed. I ain't trying to bother nobody. You can't plant better. You can't dominate. I ain't gonna bother you until yes, go. Hey, I'm done, Grace. I'm done.
Before we go,
I just wanted to have to put a little message out there. You know, somebody always listening and need a word.
That's it. Amen. Today's Thursday. Renee sent me a message this morning while normally during the time that they go live on Crazy Weird News, and she said, please pray for Prophet Jay. He had to be sent to the hospital and she was on his way there. She didn't give me details, She just said to pray. So pray for Prophet Jay and Renee. She said, I'm just, I'm hoping that I'm just trying not to be worried. I said, and I told her, hey, just remember, God did it before, he can do it again. So,
Ah,
but yeah,
okay.
if you could keep both of them in your prayers.
All right. Well, our star today is Shelly, as usual. Shelly get off work after working 18 hours a night. I don't think it is 18 hours a night. It's something like 6 or 7, but it feels like 18 hours at night shift. Nighttime do feel like it lasts 18 hours. You understand, when you're working. But then she come on here and she be on the call and she stay awake. I don't know how she do it. Because for one, couldn't be me. I'm not even
She only
catching the
want her
replay.
money.
So you
She
know
only
what?
want
That's
her
right.
money.
You're right. I ain't even catching the replay.
I know I'm in the right place at the right time, so I don't want
I know that's right. We
Miss
just want to
my-
compliment. I ain't mad at you. We just want to
it's coming.
compliment you.
I don't want to miss any of it.
I know that's right. For sure. But Janice, now that you're back, I'll go back there. I'll have Deanna go back there and see if it worked now. We'll see. I'm sure it does by now because you done went to Germany. It got to work by now. You can get that stuff out. But the good thing is I already built it. It's been done. So it's gonna be seconds. I already built it. It's gonna be been done. I did that. Yeah, I did that out the way. Yep. Same thing to you, Jerome. I thought about you this morning, Jerome, about getting back on your stuff. I got you. It's all right. We got you. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Love you, everybody.
Love you more.
I am
I
not
love you
behind.
more.
Right.
Look
All right,
at
Shanice.
More.
That's it, Uncle Romeo.